Today, we're going to be covering the topic of Ki from Dragon Ball. I believe that most of the fans don't actually understand this topic, and especially since there's so much controversy around power levels all the time, yet power levels and Ki are one and the same thing, so it's crucial that Ki is understood as well. In an interview from the Super Exciting Guide, Toriyama was asked, "What is the key to winning in battle?" in which he also explained what Ki is. Toriyama said this: "In battle, the most important thing is the size of your Ki, and your control over it." Ki as a concept, of course, includes such spiritual powers as energy, or Genki, courage, or Yuki, and the right-mindedness, or Shoki. No matter how much you train, there are limits to physical strength, and the only way to overcome that is through Ki. I think Goku was able to approach the mightiest warriors in the universe through strengthening his Ki. So based on Toriyama's breakdown, Ki is made up of 3 of these components. So we're going to start off with Genki. This is the most common part that we're going to see throughout all of Dragon Ball. And we see it in all of the different types of Ki attacks, such as Vegeta's Big Bang attack, or Frieza's Death Beam to Gohan's Masenko, and Goku's Spirit Bomb, which is also called the Genki Dama, and so on. In terms of the Dragon Ball world, Genki is the only physical part of these 3 components. Now, if you ever wanted to learn Japanese, initially one of the first words that you're going to encounter is Genki, which can simply be translated to how are you. Yet the meaning of this pervading word is obscure, and most dictionaries are going to translate it to good health, spirit, or vigor. Now, I'm sure that at some point that we've all heard this sort of phrase either on the television or in a movie, or maybe even from a yoga instructor, talking about centering your chi, or focusing your Ki. In fact, the Japanese word for Ki evolved from the Chinese word Qi. Essentially, both of these 2 words are talking about vital energy, the life force that animates the body and all matter in the universe. So now in Dragon Ball, when they start powering up and charging, they're actually increasing their Ki. And every being in Dragon Ball has Ki, but not every single one of them is capable of controlling it, manipulating it, and drawing forth their own Ki. And Gohan was actually able to confirm this when he was teaching Videl during Dragon Ball Z episode 207. Next, we're going to be covering the spiritual aspect of Ki, also known as Yuki. Yuki can also be understood as empty energy or that of courage, since oftentimes courageous people stand up and fight in spite of their own fear, exhaustion, or an empty Genki tank. However, when someone tries to cheer you on, that cheering can motivate you and give you energy because of it. Thus, it's as if they're passing on courage or Yuki energy in order for you to go and do something. Ki is something that we can't see with our eyes, but we have to just understand that it's there. But if you could measure Yuki, it would be in the amount of courage that someone has. Yet Yuki is more so based on the amount of fear of another person. If someone fears someone else, then they lose Yuki, and consequently a considerable amount of their power as well. And lastly, we're going to cover Shoki. Shoki is the right-mindedness of a person. It's based on a calm state and a right mind. If someone loses their mind, or otherwise loses control of themselves and their emotions, then they lose Shoki, and a considerable amount of power too. Now, during the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z, when Nappa fought Goku, he lost all of his Shoki because he couldn't stay calm with Goku and was attacking him without any strategy, concentration, or right of mind. This caused him not to be a match for Goku until he... There are also a few different types of Ki, such as Mortal and God Ki, with the difference being that God Ki is the divine energy found in God Ki and can't be sensed by those who lack the skill power to do so, even if they are able to sense Mortal Ki. Besides these 2, it also further stems out with negative and positive Kis of these 2 initial types as well. Now, negative Ki examples are such as Frieza uses negative Mortal Ki, whereas Zamasu uses negative God Ki. Positive Ki examples is Super Saiyan Goku will be using positive Mortal Ki, but Super Saiyan Blue Goku will be using positive God Ki. Another form of Ki is Hakai Ki, also known as Destruction Energy. This is a form of Ki which a god of destruction is capable of tapping into for the purpose of erasing objects or beings from existence. Hakai Ki users are capable of using a Hakai aura which will erase any being who comes in contact with it. Non-destroyer gods, even sufficiently skilled mortals such as Goku, are also capable of using Hakai Ki as well, but it's not as explained as it should be. Now, why don't you comment down below and tell me how you think that Goku was able to use Hakai on Zamasu during their fight in the manga. There are also several capabilities of Ki that are worth mentioning. Now, Ki control is just as important as the power behind your Ki. As you grow more powerful, your Ki increases, causing your strength, speed, and durability to rise, meaning the power of a Ki attack is directly proportional to the amount of Ki the user possesses. But if you can't properly harness your Ki, you can end up wasting all of it or accidentally destroy something that you didn't intend to. Like how we saw Goku doing when he first turns into a Super Saiyan God, and the punches that him and Beerus were connecting on were about to destroy all of Universe 7 if they continued to do so. Ki has a mass. Most of the time, when big blasts are fired, we'd watch as the opponent would be struggling back or lifting the attack, such as with Frieza's Death Ball or Beerus' Sphere of Destruction. Ki can also be used offensively and defensively. You can use it internally on yourself to augment and strengthen your physical capabilities by making your body tougher and your attacks more powerful. Ki users are able to control the area of effect or their attack potency of their Ki attacks so that they only destroy what they intend to destroy. As stated in the Daizenshuu 7, this Ki is condensed down into one big lump and can deal heavy damage into a specific range. This is why Ki users can attack with the power to destroy a planet, a solar system, a galaxy, a universe, or even a multiverse without actually destroying it. You can concentrate your Ki into one single point, such as your fist, for an extra powerful strike. And we saw this when Goku focused his Ki into 2 fingers and countered Super Saiyan Future Trunks' sword strikes. Even though Ki has mass, density, and heat properties, all of which are physical properties, it can still harm intangible, non-corporeal entities such as Fusamasu or Black's clones from the tiers of space and time, or Gotenks and Buhan's ghost technique. And lastly, we're going to cover Ki sensing and suppression. So, Ki users can sense and feel the Ki signatures of other beings. Ki sensing allows them to differentiate between 2 different beings of their size and quality of what they're sensing and see through illusions. It should also be noted that every being's Ki signature is unique. So Goku can tell the difference between Master Roshi, Piccolo, Gohan, Vegeta, Chi-Chi, and etc. by sensing their energy, as if it has a different texture or smell. They can also sense emotions in the spirit of other beings, such as when Goku didn't stop Trunks' sword strike because he didn't sense any malice. To weaken themselves, though, so they don't kill their opponent or stay hidden, they're able to suppress their energies as low as they want, even down to 0 even when they're transformed. This is why the laser incident that happened in the ROF movie, when Goku lowered himself down to a likely normal human level, as we've seen him and other Z warriors do in the past, so all because Goku thought that the battle was over and he let his guard down, and thus he suffered for it. Another example of this would be during the Frieza arc, when Vegeta suppressed himself lower than Krillin, so Krillin can fatally wound him in order for Vegeta to get the Zenkai boost. Masters of Ki control such as Goku can even surpass the power of Super Saiyan God from the Battle of Gods arc and are still capable of suppressing themselves lower than beings such as Raditz. For instance, in the Tournament of Power, Goku had been suppressing himself to use just enough Ki to match his opponents without wasting Ki or stamina. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the video. Did it help you understand the Ki energy in Dragon Ball better? And do definitely let me know if it hasn't cleared up anything about Ki. Also, let me know if you're still confused about a certain topic or not. I do hope to be reading feedback from you guys, that way we can expand on this topic. But all in all, I hope that everyone enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for future content.